Sorry, yeah. Now that we've installed the collar nice and neatly to the plumbing penetration that's protruding our perimeter, we need to ensure that we install the Kordon perimeter barrier to this area nice and neatly. So what we need to think about is overlap. We need to overlap the Kordon by 100 millimeters, glue and tape. So in this circumstance, I think the best method for this would be to add an extra piece of Kordon to this section here. If we're to glue and tape that, I think we'll get the perimeter barrier that we require. This isn't your usual standard run-of-the-mill perimeter, which is good for us to be having a look at for training purposes here. Something where you need to get your thinking cap on and make sure you maintain compression through these areas. Glue and tape is essential. Again, glue and tape. We've glued our Kordon. We need to overlap by minimum 100 millimeters. And now we can continue our perimeter. Again, 3 to 5 millimeters in from the chalk line. The nails should be at 350 millimeter centers. As we approach our external corner, we want to ensure that we're 3 to 5 millimeters off the chalk line still. This is where we're going to need to make one cut. We just make sure that we have enough Kordon to run past the edge of the corner and make our cut. Again, we need to glue our corner and make sure that we're overlapping by at least 100 mil. And continue on our way. That's the external corner. Quite simple. Make sure that we're using glue and tape to tape any join. Overlapping by 100 millimeters and neatly installing the corner. The nail gun will need to be used here in the corner to hold the Kordon in place. We'll nail in the corner and approximately 350 millimeters either side of the corner. To ensure that the corner stays in place prior to the frames being stood and the bricks being laid. Okay, so we've got a straight run from this corner to our external corner again. Again, we need to prepare the slab edge, make sure it's clean. We'll apply our spray glue. And we'll lay our Kordon. Making sure that we're no more than 5 mil in from the Kordon, from the chalk line. 3 to 5 mils, always good, and it's achievable. We'll get maximum compression. Again, we want to extend our external corner, ensure that we've got enough to cover the rebate. Spray glue and tape. make sure that we're extending the cordon enough past so that we've got continuation of the perimeter barrier and overlap by at least 100 millimetres. Then we come to an internal corner. As we get to this corner, we want to make sure that we're staying again within the lines and that we're overlapping by 100 mil. This particular corner we will cut and join the cordon because it's extremely close to this plumbing penetration, and it might be a bit easier to do. So if we cut, glue. Okay, so we've cut the corner, we need to overlap now and continue our perimeter through. We can pin it. This circumstance here, we just want to add a little bit of tape. We've overlapped. That's ready for the frames to be stood on top of. So we've glue, install our cordon neatly to that corner. We want to pin the corner, right in the corner, and carefully pull the cordon around so that we get a nice fold. Fold that corner under, and we can continue the perimeter barrier without cutting through. We want to make sure that that fold is right in the corner. And we haven't had to cut. So we've folded the cordon, lifted this, folded the cordon underneath, attached it neatly, and once that fold, we need to get that fold right down the middle of that. The frames will be stood on there, so if we get that cordon down, bit of tape, hold it in place, ready for the frames to be stood.